Taurus, my love, you're going to have to trust your intuition during this time. You're going to have to believe without a shadow of a doubt that you have the ability to make excellent choices, even if you have made bad choices in the past. None of that matters like this present moment. So whatever your circumstances may have been, whatever your story used to be, that's no longer your story anymore. Right now, you are being called to live in the reality of your experience, the experience that your heart desires, the experience that you believe that you are meant to have, the lifestyle, the abundance, the prosperity, whatever it may be. You are being called to live in that experience. Make it real. As delusional as it may seem to the rest of the world, it does not matter. Because the universe understands conviction. The universe understands belief. The universe responds to your willpower, which supersedes whatever circumstances you may have had, whatever circumstances you may want to believe you are experiencing right now. Okay? And the anxiety that may be trying to be conjured up around the possibility of something different in the future. So right here, right now, I'm going to need you to say it with me. What do I need you to say with me? I don't fucking know. I went blank. I think we all try to figure it out together. And I think that's what this reading is about, is to figure out what it is that you need to say, what it is that you need to do. Because you have an opportunity around you. I don't know what was channeling through me just a second ago, but it sounded super profound. And so if that's your higher self, maybe at times you may talk yourself out of your own prosperity, your own blessings, because when something sounds more profound than what you usually are on a day-to-day basis, you may be like, wait a minute, was that me? That couldn't have been me. So it's something about believing the voice in your head, believing the dream, the vision. Believe it or not a lot of people know how to talk to themselves. Okay? They hear things, but they don't usually talk back. And so those of you attracted to this channel, the person that I'm talking to, the collective that I'm talking to, the collective Taurus, let me be more specific. You talk back. It's one thing to hear voices, it's another thing to talk back. And you talk back. So you're in you have open dialogue between you and your higher self or spirit. Take it out, resonates. But I digress. Let's get back into the channel message, okay? Because you are breaking. Look at guys, I broke my nail. Easily distracted, okay? Confirmation if you get easily distracted, because I totally forgot about my nail. But yeah, it was like, why it happened, how it happened, no matter. I keep getting sidetracked. All right, let's clear the energy, spirit. That energy doesn't belong to you. Rebuke it. Okay, I rebuke the energy of confusion. I rebuke the energy of confusion. I only allow the energy that is seen or unseen to work for me, for my highest and greatest good. All right. Put that shit to work. Or you can return it to sender, whatever works for you. When we return shit to sender, they just send that shit right back. So, I mean, alchemize it is pretty much what I'm saying. Anywho, as you continue to move forward, Taurus, all things are working for my good. It's intentional. So if God is intentional, then you are made in the image of God, then all things must work for your good, and it must be intentional. Because that is the only frequency that God operates from. So if you are God, if you are God-fearing or you are spirit-led or whatever, remember that. Gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude, and all things will continue to work out for your good. And you will be intentional. You'll give it purpose. You'll give it something to work for, and you'll go with it. You'll roll with the punches. All right. For some of you, it's time for you to take on a partner, whether this is a business partnership, a collaboration, or a romantic partnership. Whatever partnership that is coming towards you, Spirit wants you to know that this will be somewhere where you guys can mutually benefit each other in your careers or some type of creative endeavor. All right. So they want you to keep your eyes on the picture. Keep your eyes on the prize. Remember why you're doing something. Okay. So when things get tough, you can grin and bear. Grin and bear. This too shall pass. Whatever empowers you, listen to that. I don't know about you, but if it's 1,000,000 to 1, I'm gonna be the one. And I don't know the rest of the words. I know the words when the music is playing, but when the music stops, I forget the words. And that may be connected to my condition, and you may resonate with that. Where maybe you're only able to recall what's necessary. But when you need it, it appears. Okay. So you're spirit led. Yeah. You're going to be the one. You may not know how it's going to happen, but it seems like whatever was trying to, because I heard Sammy, and he's a really, like the singer, the artist Sammy is a really, really, really sweet person. I don't know why his energy, it popped up on my screen the other day. The pictures. But yes, he's a really, really sweet person. And so that maybe his story may be significant, especially if you are in the music industry or you're an entertainer of some sort, a creator of some sort. You may have had experiences where, because I think his story is he was a young artist. He had managers that fucked him over in a lot of ways. His devotion and commitment to his artistry and what he loved doing, really, a lot of people benefited off of that. But also, more importantly, he carried that burden with pride. Okay, being the leader, being the person that, do you know how hard back in the day these childhood artists and people had to work to perform, to be good at their craft? And so they really got no days off. They really got no opportunity to have a childhood. So there's something about that energy as well coming up here. So you may really respect people that have similar walks of life as you, where they don't make excuses for themselves. They just rebrand themselves. They just do what they have to do to kind of like get ahead of the narrative and kind of not really make a comeback per se, but really continue doing what you love despite the odds. That's what it's really about. And so that could be very empowering for you. Knowing like the money longs of the world exist. These are stars, yes, but you are a star too. Your light is meant to be shined. And sometimes when you feel as if there's no way out of the situation, no way out of a contract, no way out of the cards that you've been dealt, and you can't be free even if you want to, that is a lie. That is a lie. And I feel like you are very aware of the illusion and the behind the scenes plays and the energies that be working against you. And so sometimes you got to lean into it a little bit. Okay. Trying to be the superhero is a condition that was taught to you. Okay. The ones that liberate themselves are the villains. The villains are the intelligent ones. The villains see humanity for what it is. The villains do not sugarcoat shit. They see people for exactly who they are. They accept them for who they are, and they move accordingly. And they don't have friends. And usually they are the alphabas of the story. Okay. So I'm hearing descendants. Okay. You are descendants where villains are about to be mating with the superheroes. And in that interaction, someone is going to do something whoop-de-doo. That's going to do something. There's going to be a person that's casted in your individual story that will be like the person that wanted to be a superhero all their life, but they weren't accepted into those spaces in those rooms. And so it made their heart go dark and it made them turn evil. And the reality of it is, what a person is willing to do at the expense of everyone else to have what they have or to get what they want, there is a different type of evil inside of them. And so they may feel like they don't belong, or they were dealt a hand of cards that they didn't deserve. And so it brought a side of them out that's not who they are, and it compromised their integrity. And you may be like, no, I know the hardship of that person. I know that they're really good. This is what they've always wanted. You may want to advocate for that person. But at the end of the day, the reasons why they want it is what makes them unqualified. It's almost, they feel like 1 + 1 should equal 2. That's the formula. That's how things are supposed to happen. This is what's supposed to happen for me. And then like, here you are, where you don't even want to be invited to the club. You don't even want to be a part of it. But something comes so natural to you. Something's just in you. It's not on you. And it's making someone that maybe you were friends with, or maybe you were really good friends with, turn into like your biggest enemy, your biggest hater. And it's because they feel like, how much time I got? They feel like you're not even supposed to be here. You didn't even want to be doing what you're doing. When I met you, I was encouraging you. This could have been someone that was once encouraging you at one point. And maybe you were over there, pretty much saying, I'm good with where I'm at. And maybe they were saying, you should do it too. And they were trying to encourage you. And then you're like, no, I'm good with where I'm at. I don't want that much. I don't want this much. I'm good with what I have now. And so this person went from always defending you and telling you your potential, and then now look at you. The notoriety that they wanted, you're getting it. The respect that they wanted, you're getting it. And so it makes this person feel like, I poured into you. I gave you so much, and it didn't earn me, like Hercules, right? Hercules did all those good things, but he was doing it for the glory of himself. He wanted to be favored by his father. Okay? But it still didn't earn him a seat because it wasn't selfless enough. It was actually intentional. It was for the ego. And so in your situation or whatever is going on your journey, Spirit wants you to know that the very person that used to be pouring into you and encouraging you to shine and be your best has become your arch enemy. And you may be like, what the fuck? I love you. Why would you think like that of me? Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not even like that. You know me, and this person can't see beyond. They can't let it go. because they feel like you're living the life that they're supposed to be living. You're existing in the reality that they're supposed to be having, and they're in an environment, in a reality, in a lifestyle that's meant for someone like you. So someone is looking at you like you belong here. But the reasons why they feel like you belong there is because according to how the story is supposed to be played out, the path of a hero is not meant for you. And when you ask that person, well, damn, why isn't it meant for me? Why am I not qualified? And they're like, well, you know why. And it's like, no, I don't know why. Well, because, I don't know, your social status, or maybe your race, or maybe your marital status, maybe your financial status. There's something about you were born into this bloodline, or you were born into these circumstances. So this is where you belong. But when I was pouring into you and telling you that you could be anybody and have any dream and do whatever you want, I was only telling you that because it's the nice thing to do. I never really believed that you would actually listen to that advice, or believe that you could actually do better than your circumstances. Imagine that. Hell, this could be a parent. This could be a friend. This could be a colleague. This could be a lover. And so, a sibling. It could be anybody. But only you will know. Only you will know. And so, because you're getting out of it, and because you're not bound by something, or you're not classified as something, someone feels that makes them, they're seeing who they really are, how evil they truly are on the inside. And it's like for power. And for some of them, they're being used. For some of y'all, they're being used as authors of confusion in your life. And whatever voice is telling them to treat you a certain type of way or do such evil things to you is promising them power, is promising them prosperity, is promising them money, is promising them It's very disappointing. It's very disappointing. Interesting. Lessons and blessings. Okay, karmic friends, relationships, families. You incarnated in a time where these lessons are not meant for you, but all of the past life karma that's been accumulated by other people from doing things to you, this is the century, this is the lifetime where they all pay the piper. Yeah, retribution. And so people are finding out that they're a lot more evil than they ever thought they were. That they're really ugly on the inside. And they can't hide. The veil isn't protecting them from themselves. And so you are alchemizing a lot. So you're going to be, because of all this energy that is coming up to the forefront, if you're very empathic and you can kind of feel all this shit, is really going to benefit you to exercise and do yoga and stretch so you can keep the energy moving and it doesn't block your chakras. Something about as these bonds are being broken You have to ground yourself. Okay. Yoga energy speaks about grounding yourself. What you used to be able to do last year is not going to work this year. For many of you, you used to be able to just put it into a crystal and set it and forget it, right? You put it into something, like, okay, I'm transferring this uncomfortable energy into this object and I'm removing it out of my body. Maybe Reiki used to help. Okay, maybe something that was like an immediate fix used to just cleanse and clear, and you don't have to deal with it. And that's why I said set it and forget it. Maybe journaling used to work, but it feels like it's not working anymore. It's not doing what it's supposed to do because we're in the season of action. We're in the year where you take action. And so when you're in the year of the take action, they don't really want you to cleanse and clear out all that energy. They want you to alchemize it. And they want you to allow it to open up your chakras and have a Kundalini awakening, and for you to beam the light up. Okay. All right. They want you to use that energy. And the people that are working overtime to like catch up with you because they can't handle that much energy channeling through them, beaming through them, they won't be able to keep up with you. They won't be able to, they'll overheat and they'll have a mental breakdown, or they'll have an episode, or they'll have migraines and headaches. And it's because they're trying to connect with something that they weren't prepared for. It's not their season. So last season, with all the other practices and modalities that you worked on, it was necessary for that phase of your life. Now it's time for you to use the energy, not detach from it, especially if you're trying to sever the connection with your Kundalini energy, or sever the connection like, no, I don't want it to make me impulsive. I don't want it to bring something out of me. No, it's supposed to attract and magnetize you to the right partners. Okay. Business deals, all of that stems from attraction. And it has nothing to do with the exterior. It has something to do with energy. And they need to be able to feel that energy and that presence before you walk in the room. So when they see you, something hits, okay? Yeah. Art. My A-R-T. Or she said, your A-R-T. Show me your face frame. Pull me over close up to the staircase. I'll be your peace. Okay, your A-R-T. Art. Creativity. No one can walk a mile in your shoes, baby. Nobody want to wear these shoes. Do you know where they've been? Do you know the demons you had to face and say, hey, look here, little bitch. You my demon. Now, you don't run shit over here. You had to go and face them demons. Look here. I know you mad. You had to go and heal that. And that's why you had to go and, let me wipe this clean, wipe this clean, wipe this clean, wipe this clean. So you can give your demons freedom. You had to set your demons free. And now you got a whole flock of demons that don't play about you. But they your demons. They your trauma. Right? So can nobody make you hate your own trauma? I earned that shit. You went through it. You earned it. That's an experience. That's mine. You meant to have that type of conviction over your own past. It's never behind you. It's always with you. And when you understand that, you'll overstand every obstacle. You'll overstep. You could do that. So we have the doula. So feelings are about to come up. A lot of nostalgia is coming up as well. So you know what that means. When people catch nostalgia, respectfully, they come out the woodworks. So you're going to have people coming out the woodworks. Okay. You're going to have new energy, old energy, current energy. It's all a necessity. It's karma. Karma season. Reap what you sow. That is the overall arching theme of Thanksgiving. What have you done all year? What are you grateful for? What was it meant to teach you? Here's karma. Time to learn your lesson. Okay. This is your harvest. Were you Abel or were you Cain? Did you operate in the spirit of Abel or were you operating in the spirit of Cain? Okay. And that may be a reality check not many people want to hear right now. I can guarantee you whether they step up to the plate and face the truth themselves, they will avoid it and the truth will still find them. Because the truth is meant to set you free. How much more time do I have? Okay, I'm in tonight. I gotta put me number one. No compromising. There's both sides to every story. This is a lot to do with social media. Okay? I'm seeing here, some of y'all are going to be meeting someone on social media. You're going to be dating someone. And I feel like people are asking, if you feel the desire to tell your business, that's because there are people. If you feel the desire to share your business that you don't usually share, that's because inquisitive minds want to know. I wonder who you're talking to. I wonder who you've met. I wonder this. I wonder that. What's in a wonder ball? Keep on wondering. So one thing's for sure, you know what I call, where people are going to be trying to put the clues together. You know, and this is necessary. It's important that people feel the desire to want to kind of put pieces together. Okay. It gets the people going. When there's discussion and talk rising up. So if you're someone that don't like information circling and stuff like that, that's a sign for you to get more and more, I wouldn't say cryptic, but make it harder. Make it harder to read between the lines, because that just means that there's a collective out there that are exceeding the expectations of their ascension. And when things is given to them so easily, it's like boring. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your audience that you're called to, your collective that you are assigned, like you got a new class, right? And this is a really, 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 really smart class that knows how to put shit together, and they know how to read between the lines. They read body language, telepathy, all those great gifts. So what does that mean? Should you tell them to stop? No. You have to stimulate them. And how do you stimulate someone that's a know-it-all? For every puzzle piece, make another one, right? So for every piece in the big picture, make it an even smaller piece. Make them work for it. You know what I'm saying? And that creates more content, and you generate, you get them excited. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're going to get what I'm saying. I feel like you used to do something where you take people on a journey with you and you tell a story. But telling a story has become boring. Nobody reads books anymore, right? So you have to take it to the next level. And how do you do that? How do you take it to the next level? You got to create a scavenger hunt. You got to let them put the pieces together. You got to take them over there, take them over there, take them over there, take them over there, go roundabout. And then right when you're about to hit that climax, right, about to hit that peak, it's like, oh, I get it, right? And that's the stimulation that either you're providing or you're going to be providing through whatever you're creating. Okay? It's going to require you to keep up. Can you keep up? Make me lose my breath. You want to leave someone like, oh, clenches pearl. I get it. Because there's someone's mind is very inquisitive. Inquisitive minds want to know. Okay. Something is starting to brew. Something is circulating. So you may be going this place, doing that, making a little like this, like taking little Snapchats of this, but it's like the timeline is off. Ooh, yes. Whatever you're doing, you're in creator energy. I told you, the moon goddess. Keep them on a need to know basis. Metamorphosis. And then we have deceit. Higher self. Ooh, leave it up to your higher self. Leave it up to your higher self. You know what? A lot of people don't like your higher self. Your higher self is vast. It's like it's giving Omega energy. Your higher self, just when they think they figured it out. Just when they think they figured it out, just when they thought they won, just when they thought they tricked you, just when they thought, which means you let them come close to the precipice of something. And right when they think they're about to, they can taste it, it's gone. Like this. And then they be like, ah, they get mad. Oh my God. They get mad. Why so serious? Okay, you may resonate with serious energy. Where are my alien cards? Let me tell you what happened. I really don't have them. I went into storage and I was looking for all of my cards. I was looking for my cards. I was homeless for a little second, right? And I know I had a whole box of cards. And somewhere in between the transition period, all my cards disappeared. All my oracles disappeared. And it's been really hard accepting that. I really want my cards back. But I know the cards are inside of me. So I don't need them. But I miss smelling them. Makes me very sad, you guys. But I gotta make it do what it do. Okay, I can't cry over spilled milk. I told you. Someone secretly feels like you're naive. And they can get you to submit. And they can rule you. And be... Yeah, they can make you a fool over them. That's what they think. I could get you hooked on phonics. Okay. It's giving good luck. It's giving good luck with that. Oh, why do they play with you like this? Why do they play with you like this, Taurus? Some of y'all, they want you to chase them and keep up with them and wondering like what you up to and what you doing. They want you constantly like picking up the phone like, oh, you didn't call me. Constantly looking at your phone like, that ass. Checking your notification. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. No. I don't see you doing it at all. But someone is definitely secretly trying to make you a fool for them. Want you to be up, like, constantly keeping up with them. What they're doing today. Like, I bet I can make you. They call it falling in love, but that ain't love. That ain't love. Love don't need to deceive you like this. So when someone comes towards you, I do feel like they come with this motive, and then when they meet you, you're totally nothing like they assume. Maybe they feel like you're out of their league. Maybe they feel like you are like the emperor is a super powerful person, and it makes them feel like, I don't know, I'm afraid of what to expect with a woman like you or a man like you. And so I secretly am intimidated. I never want you to see that truth about me. And so I'm going to be mysterious. I'm going to be aloof. And I'm going to play like I don't think about you too. Like I don't want you. I don't desire you. Hell, they may even plan a date and then they deliberately come 25 minutes late just to see how you respond. That type of shit. That type of shit. It's intentional. To make you say, they said 10 o'clock, but it's 10:30. You know, it's intentional. And then you got someone else that's hella nosy. Touch your nose. Someone else hella nosy. They want to know who you're talking to, who you're dating. They feel like you may be talking to someone, dating someone. So they over there looking through the blinds, peeping Tom head ass. 6 of Wands. It's like someone's doing their homework on you and then finding out that you are your own celebrity. You are your own famous person. You have your own shit going on. Okay? And the whole time, they thought that you were a nobody, so they handled you like nobody. It's given, you don't look like you belong here. Pretty woman type of energy. And then it's like, big mistake. Because technically I can buy whatever the fuck I want to buy in this store. I just am not. Just because you may not look like you rich don't mean that you ain't rich. Just like you may not look like you wealthy, but that don't mean that you're not wealthy. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. And so now someone's looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Like, had I known that this is who you were, I would have handled you differently. No. No, the devil energy. You would have attached yourself. You would have behaved differently, but you still would be fucking what you are. Deceiver. And so people be mad at you that you don't let them deceive you. People be mad at you that they feel like, oh, you deceived me first when you didn't tell me who you really were. No, information is only power to a motherfucker that want to take advantage of it. Show up as you fucking are. Come as you are. You don't know when you in the presence of an angel? So you let your pants hang down. So you let your shit hang around. So you just let it all out. No, they show you exactly who they are. And then they accuse you of being the villain and the bad guy for not giving them intel. You were their opportunity at a better life. And they weren't ready. They slept on you. They slept on themselves. And so whatever comes from this day forward is a byproduct of their own actions. Damn, that's messed up. They looked at you like, oh yeah, you're not the one. I can do so much better. And do you know why they said that you weren't the one? Either it was because what they thought you did for work. They could have been like, oh, you don't make enough money. And come to find out, you sitting on bank. You see what I'm saying? Mind your business, okay? Or, you know, come to find out you really like that. You got clients. People fuck with you for real. And they thought that, oh, you was only the equivalent of what they gave you. And it's like, little do you know, just because I don't talk about it, just because I don't post about it, just because I don't tell people my business, don't mean I got heavy hitters. You see what I'm saying? Like, you are not the only one. But this is definitely someone that felt like they were the only one. And they were like, I'm going to use my power and my authority. You're going to have to work hard because you rejected me, or you're going to have to work hard because you didn't do what I want you to do. Okay, well, you move around. You move around. And then guess what? One monkey don't stop no show. You go from entertaining a clown to being offered the whole fucking circus. Your own show. And they think you're doing it off your own strength. Little do they know. Little do they know. I ain't thinking about you. Middle fingers up. Raise the hands high. And mind you, try to cut you off. And that's some shit. Anyway, gotta go. Love you, Taurus. I'll see you in the next one.